Hello friends, welcome back to my channel again. We are going to see some really good beginner friendly mystery thriller books. I have been posting some beginner friendly book series that are in different genres. The episode 1 was of fantasy, and in this episode, this is the episode number 2, and we are going to see some good mystery thriller books for beginner friendly. We have more than 10 books to talk about, so let's get on with the video. The first set of 2 books are middle grade books, and listen, if you are a beginner, you should try reading age category that are below you. Like if you are an adult, you should try checking out the young adult or a middle grade book that is literally for children, because the language is going to be very easy and accessible, and it gets into the plot right away, unlike adult books that take time to get into the plot. So I suggest you to check into the middle grade mystery and thriller books that are really perfect for a beginner. And I'm here to recommend you 2 of my favorite books. And the first one is called The Withering by Sea by Judith Russell. First of all, the aesthetics of the book is everything I live for. This book is such a treat to just behold, and I am so happy to when I started to select the books for this recommendation, when I came across this book, I was like feeling, why didn't I continue with the series? By the way, this is a trilogy, and this is the first book which I read last year. And now when I pick this book up, I just can't think about why I haven't gotten into the series again. So soon after I finish this video, I'm going to place the order for the sequel to this book. And this is such a treat to hold, because this entire book is written in a kind of a bluish ink, and every other page has a illustration, and there are many page long illustrations too. And it is such a good book to spend your time with. It is really good to just hold and just flip through the pages, and it's really good. And the story is about a girl, 11-year-old girl, who's called Stella Montgomery. And she is kind of an orphan. She doesn't have her parents, but she is stuck with her very hostile aunts, who are very boring and always look down upon her. And she's not happy being with them. And she's living in a hotel in a town called Withering by Sea. And it's kind of a boring thing to stay with an aunt with health ailments, and she's just there to entertain herself. And one day she's seeing something she's not supposed to see. So she's gotten into a mystery in that hotel, which she has to pursue and solve by her own, in order to save herself from a stage magician. And also she befriends a boy who is kind of a assistant to that magician, and meanwhile she's solving the mystery, she's also trying to save her friend. And this was such a wonderful time. It's so wintry, it's so autumnal also, and I absolutely adored this book to my entire core because of the illustrations and the kind of narration that was going on. I just loved the story. And this is a mystery thriller, and I hope that it's going to be really perfect for a beginner. And I can't wait to delve into this series once again. In the next middle grade book, you're going to meet Miss Flavia. She is master poisoner and mystery solver, and she is just 11 years old. And the book I'm talking about is The Sweetness at the Bottom of the Pie by Alan Bradley. And this is a book that I recently finished, and I devoured it in a single day. It was so good, so cozy, and also the mystery in it was really very good. I absolutely enjoyed my time reading it. I picked this book up because there was a series or a movie coming out named Flavia, in which Martin Freeman is the father of the girl. I just adored the trailer. I'll link down the trailer and also about the movie that is coming out, so you can check it out. I bought that specifically for it. I haven't watched it yet. I finished it just now, and I really loved it. So the story follows this girl who has 2 elder sisters and her father. They all live in a mansion, and her mother is dead. One day, a bird comes with a stamp on their doorstep, and her father gets shocked and kind of affects his nerves after seeing that. And the next day, they find a dead body in their garden, and her father is kind of framed for that murder and gets arrested. So she has to solve this case in order to help her dad come out of the jail, and they all get to live a proper life. And this is more than what I expected. As in most of the middle grade books, the mystery is surrounding the kids, but this is a mystery that surrounds the adults, but she gets to solve it. It's so good. It's really masterful. And I think this series has around 13 or 11 or 13 books. I'm not sure, but it is a long series which I intend to read on, and I'm super excited to delve into more into the series, and this is also a very, very beginner friendly book. If you are interested in reading mystery thriller and you're just starting, this is your book. The next set of two books is belonging to a same series, and one of the book that I finished recently, and the other one is a book that I've read long back and I keep on suggesting in this channel, and that is the E. Lockhart's We Were Liars and the Family of Liars book. And the first book is what got me into the series. It is really good. It is really perfect for beginner, and it's very short book, and the chapters are all very, very short. It is apt for beginner, and you will just feel like you are just running through it, and it's really, really fast paced, and the storyline itself will make you keep guessing till the end what is happening, so you will want to read more. And that is the kind of story that you have to pick up if you are a beginner, in order to sit with the story even if you don't want to. That is how the story will have you keep on a hold. And this story follows Cadence, and she has met with an accident or something, and she has some memory issues, she has headaches and things, and they all go to her grandparents' island, where every summer they spend time with their cousins, and she wants to spend she's going there again after the traumatic accident, but slowly she's regaining memory, and there are a lot of stuffs that are happening, and you're supposed to go into this blind, because it's better if you don't know anything and just go into it blindly and explore it for yourself, because it's going to take you off your feet and you'll like, wow, did I just read that? It's going to be that kind of a book. And the sequel, actually it is the prequel. It's about the Cadence mother, and it is happening around 30 years or 40 years before the first book, and it happens in the same island, and this involves a murder. We don't know who did it, and the revelation of who did it is what this book is about. It's really good, and both these books are really, really perfect for summer, and it's hot like Hades out there, so I think this is going to be really apt and atmospheric to read during the summertime. And this is a good mystery. It's not a thriller as such, it's a mystery, so I think you will enjoy it if you are a beginner. That concludes the middle grade and young adult portion of the video, and all the books that I'm going to talk about hereafter are all adult books, and the next set of 3 books are from the queen of murder mysteries and thrillers. She's Agatha Christie, and I have 3 books from her to talk about. The first book is the first ever book that I read in my entire life. It's like I was 12 or 13 when I read it for the first time, and that book is And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. And this is about 10 people who go to an island, and they all die one by one, and we are going to figure out who's doing it. That's the simplest plot of the story, and I still remember how much I was obsessed with this book when I was reading it as a kid. So if I enjoyed it without having read any other book in my life, and this was my first book and I enjoyed it absolutely, I vouch for this book that you will absolutely enjoy it if you are a beginner. And this book is so iconic that this is the best book of Agatha Christie ever. Like, I have read around 15-16 titles from her, but still this tops the top rank in the books that I read from her. This is such a page turner. It is going to be, you'll be at the edge of the seat and biting your nails to want to know who's doing it, and it's so good. I cannot recommend you this enough. So please pick it up if you're a beginner and want to have a good, nice time with murder and mystery and thriller. The next Agatha Christie book is the book that I read last year, and it is one of the books that topped in my top 10 books of last year, and that is The Murder of Roger Ackroyd. And this is a unique Agatha Christie book. As someone who has read more than 15 titles from her, it is really, it says something that this book is unique. As the title suggests, this is about the murder of Roger Ackroyd. In the first few chapters, the person dies, and the Hercule Poirot, who's the detective in most of Agatha Christie's book, is coming to the rescue and solves the murder. And oh my god, the ending will blow your mind. This is a masterful book, and it is so good. I was reading this after such a long gap of reading Agatha Christie's books. I used to read it as a child, and then I stopped reading it. I started exploring other books, and when I picked it up after 20 years or 15 years, something like that, when I picked it up, it gave me everything that I felt when I read the first book, And Then There Were None. It's really good. You should really check this out. So I cannot say more about this book. It's about the murder of Roger Ackroyd, and Hercule Poirot tries to solve it. That much you have to understand, and it's better you go blindly into this book. The next is also a Agatha Christie book, but it's not in a traditional format. This is actually a play, and that is The Mousetrap, and this is the 70th year anniversary edition. And if you know that The Mousetrap is the longest run play in England or in the world, I think. It has been playing for 70 years and it was a super duper hit. So this book, just take a moment to appreciate the cover first. It is so gorgeous, so pretty, and it's all, my God, it's so good. So the story follows a couple who's trying to open an inn, and a lot of new guests are coming in, and it is kind of closed door mystery kind of a thing, and murder starts to happen, and they are all snowed in because there is a blizzard going outside and no one can go out or no one can come in. So whoever is murdering people are there inside the inn, and they have to figure out who's doing it. It is a wonderful story. It is such the fact that I could not guess the killer even after reading so many Agatha Christie's books is saying more about this author, how much of a genius she is. Every guess I was making was turned out to be wrong, and I was just blown by the ending and the revelation of who was murdering it. She's just a genius and a master. I can't recommend you enough to read the Agatha Christie books, and these are my top 3 books from her, so do check it out and you'll have your time of life. The next author that you cannot skip when you're talking about mysteries and thriller is the Riley Sager books. And I have 2 books to recommend you. The first one is a one that took me by surprise when I was reading it because the plot twist was really, really good. And that is Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. And this is about a girl who's going to go for apartment sitting in an insanely wealthy apartment, and her only job is to go there, take care of the apartment, be there, stay there. You cannot stay outside the apartment even for a night, and you cannot have friends over or anything like that, but she's getting paid insanely, and she is in a need of money when the book starts, so she takes up the job and goes there. But when she goes there, series of mysterious things happen, and one girl who was already apartment sitting in the apartment goes missing, and she is trying to figure out who what happened to her. And while she's trying to solve the mystery, she is finding out a lot of insanely ridiculous secrets of this apartment, and that is all it is about. It's really, really good. It's fast paced. It's such a page turner. Riley Sager, he's a very good master of writing thrillers and mysteries, and I highly recommend you to check out Lock the Door. It has very high rating in Goodreads too. It is really, really good. The next Riley Sager book is like the earlier title from him, that is The Final Girls, and this is about the Final Girls. If you don't know what the Final Girls are, they are the people who survived some kind of serial killing, or someone who has kidnapped a group of people. Every other victim is dead and only they survive. Those kind of victims are called the Final Girls, and these Final Girls are like getting targeted and murdered after so long, after what they have gone through. And this girl is trying to figure out what is really happening with them, and she's trying to figure out who's killing them again. And this is such a wonderful story, and it was also fast paced, and I read it in a single sitting if I'm not wrong. And this is an earlier title from Riley Sager, so it's going to be a little bit amateur but very, very perfect for a beginner. So that's about it. The next author is also someone you cannot skip when you are telling about the mystery and thriller books of recent times, because these took the internet by surprise. I'm talking about Alex Michaelides' books, and the most famous of him is The Silent Patient. And this is about Alicia, who is a patient in an asylum who has killed her husband she has killed her husband by shooting him 6 times, and then she just goes dumb, like she doesn't speak at all. And here comes a psychiatrist called Theo Faber, and he's trying to figure out what is happening with her. And the plot twist in it, it's just chef's kiss. It was really good, and you will have your time of your life if you're a beginner, and if you want to just get lost and in a book and just forget about what's happening around you, you should just pick this one up. So I have read all the books that he has written, and it's out there. So the next book that came out was The Maidens, and this is a dark academia mystery thriller book. In this story, we follow Mariana and her niece Zoe. So they lost her, like Mariana lost her husband, and that's where the story starts. And she is struggling to cope up with the grief. And meanwhile, Zoe's best friend is dead in the university where she's studying, and Zoe goes there to figure out what's happening. Meanwhile, she's figuring out a lot of secrets about her husband and the deaths that are happening in the university. This is all so good, and it is kind of lots of Greek mythology references are there in all the Michaelides books, which I absolutely adore and love. And the way that he uses Greek mythology as references for the behavior of characters are also good. You don't have to know all those things if you are a beginner to enjoy this book. This is a plain and simple thriller book, which I absolutely adored because of these tabs you can see. I just enjoyed this so much. The last book from him is The Fury, and this happens in a Greek island, and a lot of people go there to just spend some time there, and an old actress, a retired actress, gets murdered there, and we are trying to figure out what happens. And this is really good, as compared to Maidens and The Silent Patient. This might be a little bit toned down, but nonetheless, this is also a solid mystery which a beginner can absolutely enjoy and just adore it. I'm so sure of it, and I cannot recommend you enough to check out Alex's book. If you are a beginner, pick any one of these 3 books. It's going to be really, really good for your the first book if you're reading. So the last book that I'm going to recommend today is a book that I read last year, and it was really nice. And there is a movie out in Netflix now, which I absolutely adored. I watched the movie, it was so good. The book that I'm talking about is The Thursday Murder Club, and it's by Richard Osman. And this is about 4 people who are in retirement homes, and they are trying to solve cold murder cases just as a hobby, and they meet every Thursday. And while doing so, they find that they are involved in a murder that is happening right outside their building, and they are trying to solve that too. This is such a beginner friendly book. If you are a beginner, I cannot recommend this you enough, because this is such a toned down and good setting, and the characters are so likable and lovable, and you will just fall in love with the characters. And the way that it's narrated, it is also good. And I think if you love this book, you will also love the other 4 or 5 books in the series, but you can read this as a standalone too and just be done with it. And I highly recommend you to check out the movie after reading this book, because it has some of my favorite actors in that book, which I absolutely loved watching. And I highly recommend you to check this book one and watch that movie. So that is pretty much it, guys. These are all the books that I think that you should read if you are a beginner for mystery and thrillers. And this is such a good genre, as in for a beginner, because it is a page turner, and because it wants you to read more other than any other genre. So if you are a beginner, do pick up any thriller or mystery books from this recommendation, or from any other booktubers recommendations. That will be the right genre for you to start reading. And I hope that these books were really helpful for you. And do let me know what are the other books that you think that I should read in this genre. Do let me know all those things in the comments. I would love to know. I'd love to chat with you guys. So until I see you again in the very next video with the bookish content, this is Sushmita signing off. Keep reading. Bye-bye.